Man, Madeline Stillwell. Wow. I mean, just like, whew. This lady really defined a whole new character type. And I'm going to get into this, right? Because on the surface, we get this like very maternal executive. She projects warmth, composure, control. She's very polished. She's very professional. She's quick with reassuring words. But this maternal veneer is not accident. This is actually her weapon. Because she uses her maternal traits, her soft voice, her comforting tone, even her breastfeeding and her relationship with Homelander, and these are her primary manipulative weapons. To employees, she's the calm within the storm. But to Homelander, she becomes this twisted maternal figure that binds him to her authority. So this duality that makes her this unique corporate character. She's the boss who cloaks ruthlessness in maternal warmth, which is rare. And in psychological terms, she gets to play the role of the good mother while simultaneously embodying the terrible mother who devours and controls. Now, her relationship with Homelander gets into some real sick territory. This is Oedipus tension that we have here. Remember, Homelander was never, or essentially was a child who never had a real mother. Raised in a sterile lab without love, she steps into that void. So, but the deep part is she becomes not only his maternal, but she becomes sexualized in his eyes, which she fully embraces and she's down with. So all this mixes into his lust for power and identity, tangled up with this like yearning for a maternal bond, and this woman that still is very, very sexual, at least in regards to him. And then you do see them engage in sex, all on her terms. She kind of understands that control. We remember that scene. So he's really messed up, because I'm sure this started when he was very young. Remember, he talked about one of the scenes and him like having normal boy urges and like not having the privacy to even release himself that way. So introduce her, who understands that she's giving and the breast milk and all that stuff. And this is why her death hits so hard, because in that moment he shatters not only the only mother he technically ever had, but also like betrays this love connection, as fake as it was, and his reliance. And even after she's gone, he's still like pining over her milk, literally. So there was a lot that went into that relationship that really needs to be further examined. But on a corporate level, man, she was Machiavelli at the highest level. She personified Vought and everything they stood for. She was very brand friendly. She was number driven. She was utterly, absolutely immoral. Like every decision she makes was filtered through the company's best interests. Political leverage, media optics, weaponization of soup. She didn't believe in heroes or humanity. She served market share very, very well. She has the ultimate and like the Machiavellian personality traits. Manipulation, including charm, sex, comfort to control others. Absolute pragmatism. No decision is made with morals. It's only usefulness or uselessness, and this detached cruelty, the ability to see people as tools, employees, politicians, even Homelander himself. And that kind of played into her fatal flaw, is that she saw that she had control over Homelander. She had the mistake of believing that it was indefinite, right? And she was deep in this noodle, like she really, really was. So I can almost understand why she bought into this. This was reliance on what her skill set was, this maternal instinct, right? And she figured she would have it under control, but he became more of a monster than even she should take. So in killing her, he fulfills another like need in his own break, something that she helped develop. And he becomes this true narcissist once she's dead, and starts making decisions of his own agency. So her death is very symbolic in his development, and obviously ended hers. And we'll see what goes on with even the other child that she was raising, if there's some other things there. But I really want to focus on her twist in corporate weaponization, her deep, Oedipal relationship with Homelander, which is truly sick, that exploited his deepest weakness, and just the Machiavellian nature that she went after corporate world. Just a very, a very well-rounded character, very deep character, very effective, brilliantly played and kind of scripted for, but just an absolute great portrayal. Sad to see this character leave, but she was so important. I still want to talk about why she was such an important cog in this will and what she represented. Give me your thoughts on Madeline Stillwell. As always, I ask you to hit that like and subscribe. But let me know your thoughts on this and other characters you want to take a deeper dive into.